Okay, we are going to jump on to Let's Play in chat, and we've got a great game today, which is very different from NBA, very different from the action adventures that I've been playing. This is Valkyria Chronicles 4, and we are going to jump into a Sega classic franchise that is kind of surprising that it's out there. We're playing it on the PlayStation 4. It's also out on the Switch and the Xbox One and the PC. They brought it out everywhere. This is kind of like a cult hit experience. So let's jump in. I haven't tested this out yet. I haven't played it at all because you guys know what I've been playing. Let's jump in and see what this experience is like. Okay, Valkyria Chronicles 4. Boom. Make sure that the music is off. Okay, good. And we are jumping in right now. Let's do it. New game. We'll start with normal, and we'll see how this goes. Now, I played this on PlayStation 3. Matthew Winstone, who's right in the middle of the first Valkyria right now.
At last, we had something to believe in.
I haven't played the game in a long time, so let's see how it goes.
None of us yet knew. We couldn't foresee what this war would cost us. It was a battlefield, but it was where we grew up.
Hello, Blake.
Vic, I know nothing about Valkyria Chronicles.
Well, it's a story-driven sort of action strategy game. So you can take control of units and run around and sort of do a third-person type of experience. But you also have strategic things where you're controlling a bunch of different units, and there's like a layer of squad management that you have to do. Plus, there's this RPG sort of personality-driven story that's all a part of it.
We should skip the cutscenes because I can kill the music on them.
Okay.
We might get flagged.
I don't know if we can. Oh, we can. Okay, cool. I once had the Portland Trailblazers come to the restaurant that I was working at, and I served Clive Drexler and Hakeem Olajuwon. No, he was on the Rockets. But Drexler was there. I served Clyde
Basketball's
Drexler.
The one where you bounce the ball,
yeah.
right? Okay.
It was rad. But those guys were all amazing. I loved the Detroit Bad Boys, too. They were great, too.
I have a question from Blade Blur.
Just say the word, boss. I'm locked-loaded. Okay, go for it.
I'm currently playing through Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions. Do you think that qualifies as a buried treasure? I think you did that as a buried treasure.
I've done it as a buried treasure, maybe on the show. It's an exceptional game, and it had no right to be so good. You know, it was. What's the name of the studio? They're the Quebec-based team. I forget the name of them.
A2M?
No. You guys will tell me in the chat.
I'm gonna Google that right now and figure it out.
Phenomenal team. They ended up doing a lot of Skylander stuff, and I think they're probably working on Call of Duty now. But they took the reins from Treyarch. I believe that was and the Web of Shadows team, which I forget.
Oh, Beanox.
Beanox, yeah. And who did Web of Shadows? It was I forget the name of the. But anyways, they had no we had no expectation that it would be good, especially with all these different Spider-Man.
Shaba Games.
Shaba Games, yeah. And it turned out to be so phenomenal to bounce into the different costumes and different abilities and the first-person modes and the great voice casting. Deadpool's in the game, so good. Played by Nolan North.
Oh yeah, I remember that Deadpool. Yeah.
So great.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we command, and then you end phase. So there's a little turn-based stuff, there's a little real-time stuff in here. My unit list is just Raz. Okay, so here we go.
It's a good idea when you're playing a story-heavy JRPG to sort of jump in the fourth game, right?
We're in the tutorial right now. Oh, right, for the first time. There's an expectation, I think, on Sega's part that people aren't up to speed with this, and so they're retraining a lot of people, especially. They put it out on the Switch. It's been, I think, primarily a PlayStation experience in the past. So it's on new machines.
It's on the Xbox as well.
Yeah, they have to train people how to play this thing.
Why would they call it 4 then? You think they would just have a reboot sort of title?
Yeah.
It's called Valkyria Chronicles.
I mean, there's a lot of... this is one of those cult sensations as well, right? There's a big group of people out there that remember this. So a big part of the joy of the game is this watercolor kind of aesthetic that it has, which we love. Okay, so now you can take control of your character. Oh, I have to invert. He's shooting at me. And you see this little, I have this little line at the bottom of the screen. I'll just go to target mode so I can shoot him.
Just like you
And I think it's just
Rat-a-tat.
press the X button. So it's almost like this gorgeous comic book kind of vibe. Okay, so that's it. Now it's his turn. That was a bad move because I have no cover. I'm right on the middle of right in front of his machine gun right there. I'm not ducking behind anything, which is dumb.
Habster Boy wants to know if my last name is Stone, like that old video game.
Blake Stone?
Yeah. When did that game come out? I'm Googling it.
I'm not sure.
1993. Oh yeah, it was like a Wolfenstein sort of thing.
Oh yeah? Cool.
Yeah. I remember that game. Yeah, my family name is not Stone.
How do I go to invert? Is it this?
Maybe you can't invert, Vic.
No, there's gotta be.
Shots fired. Find some cover.
Okay, crouch. Oh, I've used all my action points. Okay, so now I'm reloading. Now it's his turn.
Damn it, these assholes are in my way. I can't break through.
Damn it, these assholes. So it's a T-rated game, I think, but it's
Assholes isn't M.
But
yeah,
and it's so cutesy, but they're not
it's
above
not
going
for,
hard.
It's not for Ruby. Oh, you're
cool.
You got a text message there, Vic. On your
Okay,
iPad.
cool.
You didn't get it on your watch?
No. I probably did actually. Oh, I didn't get it. Okay.
I'm getting a. Oh, I got another robocall. Yay.
Okay.
Just hurry and take
I'm still getting the CRA robocalls
Crazy.
about my taxes. It's like taxes was like 6 months ago, guys. Think of something new.
So the CP, I think, are the command points, and the AP are my action points. So I'm going to be, I think I'm a sniper now. Yep, looks like it. So we are going to go for it. So you just press the X button, you jump right down to the character, and same kind of thing. You find a spot.
Oh, the enemy's firing back.
I really wish I could invert. Okay.
You can't invert. Are you sure?
I don't know how right now.
Maybe you have to go back to the main menu to do it.
Okay. You think this will take him out? Okay, so boom.
There.
He's got a helmet on though.
Oh, took him out.
Okay.
It's pretty close range.
Too easy.
I see.
Okay.
Good.
But I can't shoot anymore, but I can still run.
Oh, did we ever read out Jesus Corona's super chat? Sent us a super chat right at the beginning of the show. He says, "Hey Vic, love the show, especially the positive energy you project, talking about movies and games.
That's so awesome.
Keep up the good work.
That's
Just dropping
very
a
sweet.
little birthday karma tax."
That's
so
so
I guess
amazing.
It's his birthday. Happy birthday, Jesus.
That's so nice. Thank you.
We should say he gave us 200 pesos.
Yeah.
Which sounds like a lot, and it is.
It's a lot.
But it's not $200. It's,
Maintain formation and
Is that what the MX is?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Because
So
at first I'm like, holy shit, he gave us $200, but it's not. I wouldn't expect someone to give us that much. So.
okay, hold on. So I couldn't crouch, and now I'm out of the way of the shot. Okay, so here we go. So end phase. Now
Yeah.
it's their turn.
So I remember this because we saw it at E3.
Mhm.
It's tactical, and then you run around
Exactly.
inside the. So it's
Selecting
kind of
a unit in command mode uses up 1 command point. Okay, CP reflects the number of times you can control a unit per player phase. When your CP reaches 0, the player phase ends and the enemy phase begins. Okay.
Question from Tyler Fisher.
Yes.
Vic, looking back now retroactively, how do you feel about your partnership with Insight Games Magazine, knowing they're well known as a trashy joke rag now?
Yeah, I mean, they were certainly going to a broader audience when they came out. I remember that magazine. I remember the head guy that we met. He was a nice guy, but it was really about, you know, sort of reaching into Hollywood as much as possible and living the big life, you know, and making as much money as possible, which there's no problem with that. But I don't know. I've been in business and been doing this for a long time, and I've seen that if your instincts are just about sort of cashing in, those things don't generally tend to last that long.
Yeah.
You know, and
It's also it's hard to get rich talking about video games, right?
People have done it, and people do it, but I don't know. I mean, there were some editorial decisions involved with the reason why that didn't connect. there were good people involved, and a lot of them have ended up my friends in other parts of the industry for sure. The thing about, you know, games media publishing back then, there were 25 magazines. That was part of my pitch for EP as a TV show. I'd say, look, have you guys seen how many video game magazines are on the racks? How about we have one TV show that takes us inside the world of video games? And the broadcasters would go, yeah, that kind of makes sense. But yeah, I mean, you had to do stuff that was different back then to kind of stand out from the you know, other 15 video game magazines that were out there. So some were trashy. Some were really silly, some were absolutely hilarious, and some were really professional and well written and beautiful, but nobody read them. You know, I'm talking about the Next Gen magazine. So it was a very competitive landscape, and that was all pre the web, and then the web came in and started clobbering a lot of these magazines, and a lot of these old print people ended up working for websites. And a lot of them, honestly, had a lot of disdain for the idea of television content. I remember that. There were some people that were just, you know, turned their noses up to the idea of G4 succeeding. And I said to them, this is going to be a big problem for you guys if G4 doesn't succeed. If your idea is to stay with games coverage forever and be a journalist in this medium, if G4 doesn't succeed, your job is going to be in jeopardy, even if you have nothing to do with G4. And I was right.
Mm-hmm. Tyler Fisher has a follow-up question for that.
Yep.
Have you ever thought about having Andy McNamara, lead editor of Game Informer, on the show?
Absolutely.
Have we met him? I've met him, right?
Yeah, Andy Mack, he's awesome.
Yeah. Like
Game Informer was the first magazine to cover Electric Playground. They did a story on us in 1995 or 96. And they were always incredible to us. And I've known Andy and Reiner for more than 20 years. They're fantastic guys. That's a great... We haven't done a lot of reaching out to get guests on because we've been so busy, but it's time to start doing that because I miss having the combos. And we've got a nice comment about doing the interview for NBA. I mean, I love that stuff, guys. You know I love going out in the field and talking with... That's what my whole show with Escapist is going to be about, is visiting studios and talking with people. So I love it. I don't think it's getting done enough. And that's what I'm going to continue. So I may be stubborn, I may be stuck in my ways, but I love it because people are more interesting than the products that they make. And the products are constantly innovating and being exciting to talk about as well.
We just got a super chat from the VR Grid. Guess what he's asking us, Vic?
He wants to know if I played Firewall. You know what I'm doing tonight? Playing Firewall.
Guess what I asked Vic this morning?
Yeah.
I said, hey, are we going to... So the game we're playing, are we going to play Firewall?
I have to play it first because I thought about streaming it, but I want to play it first to know what I have to do in the game. Like if I have to stand, like we'd have to reconfigure the studio a little bit.
Oh, it's a VR game, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't know how we would do it, but
yeah, that's a lot of work, guys.
I'll be streaming it when I play it, and I'm checking it out today.
Yeah, to play a VR game here in this setup would be a pain.
Anyways, let's play this because people are wanting to see what this game is.
And this doesn't come out yet for another couple weeks, right?
I think so. Yeah. Okay.
Like
so
next week.
So my unit list, boom. Can I play him? Okay, I'm playing as Curtis. Here we go. Okay, I've got sandbags, provide cover. Okay, I can crouch behind the sandbag. Okay, let's take some cover. And, oh, I'm still not inverted. This drives me nuts.
Yeah, you're fine. You'll live.
Okay, crouch. Okay, now, let's, aiming at weak points, headshots. I've got a shotgun, I think, or some kind of like old school rifle here. Let's see what we got here. Tells you 2 shots to kill. Okay, come on. Okay, here we go. Oh, it's like an M1. Okay. Boom.
Going down.
Got him. All right.
Let's keep going.
So are you going to keep playing this on the PS4 or are you going to try it on the Switch?
Sega sent me this, so I'll be playing it on the PS4. I didn't get a Switch code. It does seem like a great Switch experience.
Yeah. Visually, this looks like it would be good on the Switch.
Yeah, it sure would. Oh, I'm out in the middle. I think Scout is going to die. Okay, so end with him. And now we jump into a different character. Let's say this guy. Let's go down here. Okay. So you only have a set number of command points, which means you probably can't, if you have a big squad, I don't think everybody gets a shot, I'm not sure, on every turn. Okay, so let's go into, okay, and let's do it.
Going down.
Ooh, didn't do so well there.
Can you have aimed at his head more?
I could have, yeah. I'm still out.
I've never been good at turn-based games. Like, they've never been my thing.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like them, they don't like me.
You just gotta put the time in. That's the thing. Like once you start to learn the mechanics, you groove on it.
I mean, I liked XCOM. I liked.
Yeah, I mean, XCOM is like one of the granddaddies.
But the problem is, I never finished them, and I never really. I mean, I like them, but I never loved them. I never really get into them the way. They're just not my thing.
Yeah, you have to have a lot of patience, and you have to make the time for them.
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about.
Although I do like chess. And chess is a turn-based game.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So I guess that counts.
Okay.
Blade Blur has a question.
Okay.
Isn't everything a good Switch experience? Yes. Everything is a good Switch experience.
Yeah, especially now that they're going to be able to stream games to it.
And especially now that I can slip into NES controllers.
That's so crazy, right?
Yeah.
I think they're going to do huge numbers on the...
Yeah, I bet you that's going to be part of the Nintendo Switch Online service. Now that that's launching and people are going to be paying,
yeah.
I hope Nintendo uses that money that they're going to be getting from that to build the technology in the back end to make more game streaming, so that I can stream like.
Oh yeah.
Because the Switch has limited hardware capabilities, right?
Yeah, but
this
that
is
won't
the
matter.
perfect. Yeah, that's the perfect solution for that, right? You could play, God of War on the Switch.
Well, that'll never happen.
Well,
that also will never happen.
Not a Sony game, but I mean like a game of that
quality.
Actually,
there's a independent group out there trying to let you stream PC games to the Switch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I forget what it's called, but it's an app that's being made and potentially officially.
Nintendo would not like that though, probably. Right?
Yeah. It's going to get really messy and weird in the next 5 or 10 years. We're going to be playing games on devices like we've never considered before.
VR Grid says, I look forward to harassing you about Firewall next time. Been a fan for decades, Vic. I respect your opinion on media more than most.
Oh, thanks, man. That's so sweet. I will tweet out when I'm going to play. I've got to be a dad for a bit, pick up my kid. It's movie night on Fridays with us. But the plan is to play and stream some Firewall. I've been looking forward to it like crazy. Been looking forward to this, too. Okay, so now I have a tank, and I have the ability to go and destroy other tanks. So let's go do it.
Moving out.
Blade Blur and Jordan Cunningham are both asking about the final. They just announced a bunch of Final Fantasy games are coming to the Switch.
Yes.
Blade Blur, any thoughts on Final Fantasy VIII not coming to the Switch? Because that's the one that isn't.
Right.
7 is, but not 8. And Jordan Cunningham is saying, can't wait to play X2 HD remastered, as well as 7, 9, and 12, and everything. But yeah, it's weird that 8 isn't coming to the Switch.
They will all come for sure, 100%. I think Oh, I just blew that. I just shot way off. That sucked. Yes, in my face. I think they're going for the greatest hits, the ones that everybody kind of chats about the most, and 7's right up there. So I think that's what they're doing.
Abby Jamison has a comment.
Mm-hmm.
I think that Nintendo giving an ever-growing collection of their classic games is a brilliant way to not take money away from indie developers. Smart move.
Right.
I don't understand. What is?
I think she means that by putting the indie stuff sort of for free as part of the service, ish. Yeah, we'll see how much that becomes free or how much that changes. It's not a choice that people have to make to buy that, as opposed to testing out something new, like Owlboy or SteamWorld Dig or Celeste, or what was the other one that I loved?
You loved it. I don't know.
Come on, what was it? There's been so many games.
I know the one you mean.
You
get the little ruby things.
Jose and I have talked about it.
Dead Cells.
Dead Cells, yeah. I mean, so many incredible...
You loved it so much you couldn't remember the name.
I've got so many games in my head right now. It's not fair. But I love Dead Cells. It's been an indie smash, the Switch. There's been so many great indie games on there. Did you guys play Owlboy? I think about that game all the time. What an amazing game that was. Okay. So that guy's done.
Tyler Fisher has a question regarding owls.
Okay.
Burning question for you both. If you had a choice, are you a night owl or a day walker? So he's asking if we're a night person or a morning person. I'm more of a morning person. I get up pretty early, so.
I kind of am both. I stay up too late and I get up too early. It's not healthy, but there's a lot to do in my world, and a lot of stuff excites me.
What's the glowy thing on the back of the tank?
That's what I should be shooting at. Thank you. Too late.
Supposed to hit the tank in the ass, right?
Yeah. This game looks fantastic.
People are saying it looks really graphically looks very similar to the
Yes,
very
it
first
does.
game, but that's not a problem.
Not a bad thing. No,
that's
I mean,
the cool thing about this kind of cel-shaded look is that
exactly.
it lasts forever.
You go for an aesthetic that doesn't date your product, and it also makes it run a little bit nicer, you know? Okay, so I guess you get little arrows on your on the characters that you can control. I have 3 command points left. Ooh, I should get the sniper out there, yes? I put the sniper way off in the background. Can I take control of her? Yes, I can.
Now
Okay,
advancing.
there we go. I like that effect. Okay.
Jordan Cunningham is asking about if we know when Bethesda is releasing Blades on that's their mobile game that they announced at E3. I don't think they've announced.
I think it'll come out when the new iPhones start shipping. I think it'll be available.
So this
then.
year?
Yeah. Yeah.
We played it at E3. It's pretty good.
Yep.
They had it running off of, this year's iPhone or last year's iPhones, right?
Yep.
So-
Anybody pick up the new iPhone?
Well, it's not out yet.
Well, you could pre-order it last night. I hesitated. I thought about it, and I said, "That's a lot of damn dough. That's a crazy amount of money."
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's what is it? $1,000 for the?
No.
It's like 1,100.
No. The 64 gig XS Max starts in Canada at $1,500.
So that's more than my rent and all my bills for a month. Yeah. That's a month of my life.
And the S, so I think that starts at like $1,200 or something like that. But I'm more interested, I think, in the R. I think the R sounds like a much better deal because maxed out on the R, you're paying $1,200, so $500 less than, $300 less than the base Max unit, and it has all the same technology in there.
How much is it with a contract?
Oh, it's going to be way cheaper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moving out.
Or if you are in the upgrade path or whatever.
The phone what I'm interested in doing is not dropping the phone that I have,
Yes.
so that I don't have to replace it.
Yeah, it does feel like this is definitely an iterative year, and they're just trying to push the technology. I haven't played with these phones yet, but it does feel like they're trying to push the technology that they announced last year and get it into more people's hands.
My phone is perfectly fine.
Yeah.
I can order my Starbucks on it and check my email. That's all I need.
Well, and apparently OS 12 is going to make every phone run faster.
Good.
Which is great.
That's good.
Okay.
Adrian Leon's asking about Civilization 6 coming to the Switch. We didn't talk about it today because we ran a story on it because they announced it early because the Direct was delayed. So they announced it a few weeks ago and we did a story on it and we talked about it then. But what do you feel about Civ 6 coming
Excellent
to the Switch?
fit. Another one of these types of games where it's turn-based. I'm playing Into the Breach right now. Again, fantastic. I can't wait till there's an Advance Wars. And the Fire Emblem that's been announced. The Switch is great for turn-based games. Like, look at the Mario plus Rabbids game. It was awesome. This is not going to work. Okay, let's...
No, why can't you throw a grenade at it?
I can, but it doesn't feel like...
I bet you it would.
That's as far as I can hurl it.
No, you were closer before, weren't you?
I don't know. Can I still run? I guess I can. Okay. Okay. I probably shouldn't get that close. Okay. Now, here we go.
Just throw a grenade up his ass.
There we go.
Blow him up.
Oh, there we go.
It's going to bounce, though, if you throw it.
Oh, what is this? I have some other... What's a ragnade?
A grenade made out of regs.
Let's do that. Okay.
Do it.
Enjoy that.
I hope it doesn't bounce, though, Vic. Does it bounce?
No. Let's see.
We're fine.
Yeah.
How much did you weaken it, though?
Not my... Oh, that's my own tank. I'm dumb. I'm so dumb.
Oh, people in the chat are pointing it out. That's your own tank.
No.
Off to a good start.
Yeah. Okay, let's see where we are right now. Oh, that's it. Ending my phase, and I'm right beside his treads, so I should be losing some characters here.
Vic, that's your own tank.
Well, I got my own tank pretty good.
Good job.
We can keep going.
Okay, my tank is getting hammered.
The Last Disciple says, I'm with you, Blake. I've never really been into turn-based games either. For instance, if I wanted to play strategy games, it would be real-time like Command and Conquer.
Yeah, they're definitely an acquired taste, and they all take time. But I find when I play them, I feel
Know your mission. Now carry it
you
out.
carry that game with you. You know, when you stop playing, you're still thinking about it. And I don't know, you play a game like Civ, and you start to beat the AI or figure stuff out, and it just makes you feel smart. It makes you feel like I'm getting this. You know. Okay, so I went around the tank, blew it up, and I beat this tutorial level.
Good job.
Yay me! Woohoo!
Anyone else want to try?
Someone asked if this is a remake. No, this is a brand new game, right?
It looks like a remake.
God knows what
But it is a completely new game.
Yeah,
right?
it's carrying on some of the story stuff, but I believe it's brand new characters, a different sort of viewpoint on the war that's happening. I forget the different factions.
It's sort of
It's
World
like-
War II.
Yeah, it's like
right?
an alternate reality World War II type
yeah.
thing,
They didn't
fused
stand a
with some
chance.
fantasy and kind of a JRPG kind of
supposed to be commander of a
aesthetic.
Ranger Corps.
Look at that guy's hair. I wish I had hair like that. That's awesome hair.
I wish I was a 3D character model inside of a video game so that I could have better hair.
It's like playing Spider-Man, but as the cartoon costume. It's incredible. Or
Yeah.
the comic book panel costume. I love that. It's so good.
But what matters is that their hearts.
All right, I get it. Power of the heart, blah, blah, blah.
Power of my heart, blah, blah, blah.
Look, just go turn in your report already, will ya? Can't go get sloshed if we're stuck here on stage.
This is great.
Good point. I'll head to the command center.
Was it this one we played at E3, or was it the remake, the remastered of the first one?
It was this one.
There was a remastered of the first one that came out a few months ago, right?
But it was this one that we were playing.
Okay.
It was 4.
Okay.
And they did release the remaster. I think, was it just PC or was it on PS4?
Did they
and
release
everything?
it on the Switch as well?
I can't remember.
I'm gonna Google it.
Okay.
Valkyria.
I don't think they released it on the Switch. Although it is getting harder and harder to keep track of everything that's coming out on the Switch. I think 17 new games were released on the Switch this week. It's insane.
The remastered is coming to the Switch in like a month.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's cool.
October 16th it comes out. So if you're a Switch owner, you can play this and then the original.
No. But let's go to the menu. Oh, here we go. Let's change my
Oh, I had a question that I wanted to ask you, Vic.
invert. Here we go. Bam. Yeah?
Are you, because they showed off Metroid Prime 4 at E3 2017.
Yes.
And we still haven't seen anything about that game through all these Nintendo Directs.
Yes.
It was conspicuously absent from E3 this year.
Yes.
Were you disappointed that we haven't even heard anything about that yet?
No, because they're going to devote a whole Nintendo Direct to Metroid. Right now, what they want to sell is Smash Brothers and
Yeah.
Pokemon. And
I bet you we're going to see Metroid like early next year.
yeah,
After the dust has settled on Pokemon and Smash,
yep,
then we're going to start seeing Metroid.
yeah, absolutely.
Would have been nice if they just gave us a verbal update about it or something. I don't know.
They like to get right to it in a way, you know. Like I think it's going to be like, here it is, and now you can play it, kind of thing. And we'll be playing it for sure at E3
It could've been like-
2019.
Oh, and by the way, also coming in 2019, and there's so the title.
Right.
And
Hey,
we'll be sharing more about that next year.
You know what? There is an October Nintendo Direct and there is a November Nintendo Direct. This is the ramp up to selling the Switch like crazy over the holiday season and probably the 3DS as well. And so this is
But that's why you just remind people that Metroid Prime
but
4 is coming
that's
because that
probably the
excites
next-
people and
it's
makes
probably the
them-
next one.
Okay.
Could be
Okay.
the next one.
Okay.
You know, just before the
Right.
Christmas, just
It'll
before
be in the
Black
October
Friday.
one.
You know,
Okay,
all of this
okay.
stuff is mapped out by very smart marketing people,
That makes
months
sense,
and months
yeah.
and months and months.
Are they smart though? These are the people who sold the Wii U.
Uh,
Did a very poor job marketing that
you
console,
know,
Vic.
I think what we say with Nintendo is that they're not afraid to risk in the face of what marketers may advise them against.
Okay.
Which makes
okay.
them an interesting, compelling company and always worth keeping an eye on because they don't always make the most financially sensible
Yeah.
choice,
Right.
but always from a heart and artistic choice.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
But more often than
picking
not,
up what you're throwing down.
they succeed with their crazy dreams.
3 months have passed since we.
Tyler Fisher says he wants Nintendo to acquire Rare. Well, Microsoft already owns Rare, right?
Yeah, but they're. I get that. They're kind of squandering what they have with their rareness. Although I have not gone back to Sea of Thieves, and I really want to.
Well,
I really want to.
I don't think has anyone gone back to that game.
People play it, man.
It's a game. It's not for somebody who reviews games for a living to play. It's for
I know.
Pick it and it's your game. And you
there's lots of colleagues that I have that are in journalism or they're in PR or whatever that play that thing religiously. They go back to it all the time. Just like there's now lots of people going back to No Man's Sky.
What we should just wait for is for Disney to buy Microsoft and Nintendo. That way Nintendo and Rare will be under the same roof.
Oh my God, that actually could happen.
Question from Abby Jamison.
Yeah.
What Nintendo franchises do you want to see come to the Switch that haven't been announced yet? She wants F-Zero and Pilot Wings. Pilot Wings is a no-brainer.
Yeah, that'd be great.
You mentioned Pikmin earlier today.
Pikmin 3 on the Switch. Or a new Pikmin would be great.
Star Fox would be
A real Star Fox. I've heard that the Starlink game is a great Star Fox.
But you didn't like it.
Substitute.
You played it.
I was unimpressed by the demo, but I didn't really get to play around with all of the systems and all the mechanics. I did find that the ships were big on the controller. Like they were, like it was big. It was not just like a little.
Yeah, it felt very like you're playing a game with this thing in your hand. Like,
but I am, I'm a toy guy. I don't know if you know that about me. So I'm excited to get the kit and check out some of this stuff.
This map is geographically inaccurate.
Yeah, well, they're giving you the background. So it's the Federation against the East European Initiative or something like that.
So who's the bad guys?
That's it. It's very gray.
Okay.
Captured one nation after another.
So the map is different. I guess that's because it's an alternate.
Actually,
why is Edinburgh way the hell down there?
It's like you're fighting the Nazis with the East European.
But the Nazis weren't East European.
I know.
They were Central Europe.
It's like. And so you are on the rebel force. That almost looks like my signature. It's crazy.
Now everyone's gonna forge your signature, Vic. Don't say that. Oh, Wave Race, Matthew Winstone. Yeah,
Wave Race would be amazing.
Every Nintendo franchise should be on the Switch because every Nintendo game that has been released up to this point in history, you should be able to play on the modern system. So when the Switch launched, every single Nintendo game from every single other Nintendo platform should have been playable on the Switch.
That would be amazing.
And with the PS4, every single Sony game and every Xbox, same thing. Every game ever made ever.
The classic stuff.
Should be not just the classic stuff. Every game in the history of the world should be backwards compatible on a modern system.
On the new systems.
There should be no game. There should be no game that you can look at that's ever been made that you can't play on a modern system.
Out of your physical library.
No, out of everything.
Or
I mean to
purchase
buy
it.
or purchase it new.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's no, like I've said before, there's almost no movie that's ever been made that you can't play on a modern device.
Yeah, computer
download.
Stuff gets lost every time
There's a couple of movies that have been lost to history.
Yeah.
But with games, it's like almost every game. That
you gotta wipe the slate clean every.
If you look at the
time.
number of games you can play on all the currently available consoles, that's probably like 5% of the games that have been made in the history of the industry. That means 95% you just can't play.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's my rant for today.
Yeah, it's a good rant.
Question from Clayton Blair.
Yep. Is Blake okay?
Did you ever review the movie Faster with Dwayne Johnson? What was that movie? Which one was that?
Faster.
Is that his other movie?
No,
that
I
came
never
out this
did.
year?
I never did.
Which one was it?
I don't even remember. You gotta fill us in on that.
2010. Oh, I remember this. We went to the junket. Yeah, he goes to jail and then he gets out. Yeah, because his brother was killed. Yeah, like they framed him for his brother's murder or something. I remember this movie.
Didn't see
I
that
saw it
one.
at the theater, but I don't remember it very much.
Yeah, I don't think I saw that.
And I remember the trailer had that song that was also in the trailer for Batman Arkham City.
Right.
That's a weird fact I have in my brain for some reason. Yeah. But in answer to your question, no. Yeah, we have more questions. Tyler Fisher, speaking of alternate history, go watch Violet Evergarden.
Okay.
It's an anime, amazing animation and story.
Okay. So a big part of this game are all the cutscenes that I am just skipping to sort of fill in the details of the story, but also to give you.
Well, we can't kill the music in the
Allow me to
cutscenes. So.
explain your next mission.
But also give you background on the characters and who they are. So it's got a little Fire Emblem-esque kind of quality in terms of like these are the people in your outfit and you go to battle with them and you start to care for them, and of course many of them will encounter some jeopardy, so you start to feel like you don't want to lose them, which is great. It adds another layer of drama to the game experience.
Matthew Winstone has a question that I'm almost certain we can't answer.
Okay.
Since this game's story runs parallel to the first game,
yes,
which I vaguely remember hearing about now.
Yeah.
Does it use your save file from Valkyria 1 at all?
I don't know.
Well, they just re-released the first one as a remastered game. That would make sense, right?
I don't think you can run PlayStation 3 code on PS4, so I don't think the saves sort of transfer over.
Yeah. But with the remastered, at least they should, right?
I guess, but it's coming out after this, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or is it out already?
I think remastered is out now already on the PS4, and it's not out yet on the Switch.
Okay.
Let me.
I am not sure. That's a good question.
But yeah, you think they would at least give you like a, I don't know, like a bonus skins or something. Like when I booted up Shadow of the Tomb Raider, I got a whole bunch of bonus stuff because I had save files from the previous games.
Me too, yeah.
Assassin's Creed does that too.
That was cool, like little loyalty options, right?
Yeah, they should do that, at least something like that with this.
And if we can access every game ever made, that would be some.
You should be able to access
some pretty good charting if they could do that. Okay, so Curtis is a scout, Goodwin's a scout, so you get all the breakdowns, and you also get their levels. So each character is leveling up as well. This is one of my stars, so we'll put Raz, who's a shock trooper. We'll put him near the tank, and I think we need a. I think we'll put Scott Adlis up near the tank. I need my sniper. Where's my sniper? There we go. Kai. We'll put her in the back. And let's put Jester here and
something out there.
Curtis right there. Let's go for it.
Tyler Fisher is saying, who remembers the Super FX games on the SNES? Super Nintendo.
I do.
Yeah,
Stunt FX.
Star Fox was the only one I remembered, but
yep.
I'm Googling it right now. Dirt Racer also used it. And Doom on the Super Nintendo.
On the Wii, they had that Excite Truck game. That was a pretty fun damn game. That could be a pretty cool Switch upgrade.
Blade Blur is saying Pokemon Go on the Switch. Well, that's almost exactly what Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee is. Yeah. Because like we played it. When you catch Pokemon, it is exactly like catching Pokemon in Pokemon Go on the phone.
Yep.
It's exactly. I don't want to. I don't know for sure, but does it run on the same engine?
No.
Man.
No, I don't think so.
It felt like it did. It felt very similar.
I just think it was a lesson learned from the game. Okay, how come I can't choose this? Anyway, if you like, some of the characters and some of the things take more than one command point. Okay, so there we go.
Oh, Abby Jamison is saying bring back Star Tropics. Yeah, that game's amazing. I had never heard of that game, and then I played it on the Classic.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell is this? This is great. Great music and visuals. Yoshi's Island 2 on the Super Nintendo was a Super FX game. Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Oh, that was amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, they should make like a new Star Trek. They should make a new Earthbound game too. They should just do everything.
Nintendo Earthbound. There's a game that definitely needs to be on the Switch.
So, I'm shocked that it isn't. Because it was on the Wii U, right?
So, can I get into the menu again? Because it looks like my invert did not take, which sucks. For some reason. Okay.
Where's our backup, damn it?
Clay Fighters.
No Clay Fighters.
Wasn't that game really bad?
Yeah, it was not good. I guess I should just use my grenade. Why not?
Do it.
I've only got one. What's a rag? Oh, this is my health, I guess. Ragnade.
Tyler Fisher's asking, is Assassin's Creed 3 a remaster or classic edition? It's a remastered version of it. Ubisoft just announced that if you get the season pass for Odyssey, I think it is, yeah, you get like a new version of Assassin's Creed in it, and they said it's remastered, so it'll look slightly better.
Which is pretty cool. Okay, so my Lancer's also resistance. Okay.
Even though that game was kind of a disappointment. That was kind of the start of the downward trend.
Here we go.
For Assassin's Creed, I think.
System options. Battle options. I inverted this already. Oh, I didn't press confirm. Okay. Targeting. Boom. Save. Yes. Okay. There we go. All right, so let's get this tank out there. This is a little finicky, trying to put the cursor on the tank.
Oh yeah, can't you zoom in at all to... they're all on top of each other, right?
Oh, here we go. Can I get behind this thing? Let's see.
Shooting at you, Vic.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna try to shoot its glowy thing in the back, though. Come on. Can I go this way?
Can you go around the fountain?
Not really. Oh, I'm doing it. Yes!
See,
Sight lines.
This is the thing I don't like about turn-based. In real life, you would be dead if you got that close to another tank.
Well, I've got armor on.
Yeah, but you get that close to another tank.
Did you see Fury? They did all kinds of crazy things. That was a pretty cool movie, but pretty heavy. Okay, so let's look down. That's it. Oh.
What's your hit percentage? Is it like 99.9%?
Oh. I keep pressing the trigger button. Okay, here we go.
You sure you can't? You might, because you could have gotten a little further away and didn't.
No, it's as close as I could get. I used all my action points. Okay. Did pretty good. Okay, let's see let's see Raz. Okay, there we go. Okay, I see the menu pops up when I can take control. Okay, here we go.
Clayton Blair, was there ever a game that you had fun playing but gave a bad review rating?
Yeah, for sure. There's like those guilty pleasure type experiences, 100%.
Like what?
Oh man, Deadpool. That wasn't a great game, but I liked it.
But if you have fun playing, it did its job.
Yeah, but it was very repetitive, and there was geometry that was broken, and there were lots of things that you could say were wrong with the game, but I still had fun, and mostly it was because Nolan North's VO, his voiceover stuff was just awesome. That happens all the time, actually. There's games that are like, they get into under your skin and you just can't put them down, but you know they're not good for you.
Yeah, I guess I guess the first Destiny.
Right.
That's
got obsessed with it.
It was addictive because it was designed to be addictive.
Yeah.
It's manipulative. It's like a bad drug, but it's, I played it enough to realize that it wasn't good for me.
Yeah. That happens too. It's like you become obsessed, and then you get to a point where, okay, that's enough. I shall never play that game. I'm sure there's been, some other action adventure titles. Nothing's popping into my head right now because I'm still like cleaning my palette from Tomb Raider and Spider-Man. But yeah, there's definitely been games in my. I can't do anything from here. Okay.
Those pants look very
tight.
Unregulation for a military situation. I would not go into battle wearing pants that tight.
Could be tight armor. Okay, here we go. Come on, come on. Good thing I'm pretty bulletproof. Okay, here we go. Now I'm going to use my grenade, and hopefully this wipes.
Your tank is right there, Vic.
It's okay.
There.
At least this time you know it's your tank.
Yeah. Wow, this tank is tough, man.
Maybe there's some other way you're supposed to destroy it?
No, that's the way. Okay, now I think that's all my characters. What is this? No. Do I have any? Oh, I still have a command point there.
Jordan Cunningham, question. Hey Vic, would you want a new Rush game to come? Maybe on the Switch or like San Francisco Rush type game?
That'd be great.
Is that the series? I guess, yeah. Because Was the series just called Rush? Or was it?
Yeah. I mean, you would distill it down to that for sure. That would be great. Or a cruising game, I think, would be kind of fun too, like a modernized version of that. I like everybody's idea of an F-Zero game. That would be amazing.
Yeah, it's just because they weren't all San Francisco Rush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Wave Race, Nintendo should bring that back, or 1080 snowboarding, 100%. What classic Nintendo title? I think Earthbound is the big one. You know, where there's so much love for it that
they had that. That's gonna come because they had that on the Wii U as a virtual console thing.
Right. This guy's coming.
Is Spider-Man PS4 your favorite Spider-Man game? That's a question from Black Suited Spider-Man.
Yes. Yes, it is. Although there are so many good ones that it's hard not to think about how many other great ones there have been. But yeah, 100%. It's the definitive Spider-Man game.
My favorite Spider-Man game is Half-Life 2.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
Or the Atari 2600 version of Spider-Man.
Was that like a bad game in its day?
Oh, it was terrible.
Really?
Yeah.
Even at the time?
And the Superman game back then.
There was a Superman game back then?
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember that.
I was in that sweet spot. I was a kid as all that stuff was coming out. I'd be so excited. I'd pick up the box, and it just looked like the comic book, and then you'd spend $50 on those games back then. So I think they could have been $59.99 back then for the cartridges. You'd take them home, and it'd be just these blocks just moving across the... It really had to use your imagination. Iron Will! Okay, here we go.
Adrian Leon, what are your thoughts on the original Luigi's Mansion being released on the 3DS?
Oh, that's great.
We mentioned it in the rundown today.
Yeah, I have nostalgia. I remember being a little disappointed with the game because it wasn't as good as one of the Mario 3D experiences. And every time Nintendo sort of steps up to the bat, they're kind of pitted against themselves. That's what happens when you make, eternal and fantastic experiences.
Did you finally blow up the tank?
I blew up the damn tank.
Good job.
It is done.
Oh, there's a dude there.
I think I can run it over. Can I run him over? Let's see.
Only one way to find out.
I think I can.
I think he's dead.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's
okay. Oh, and I've used all my AP. Okay, so boom. But yeah, I'm psyched to play it again because it is so charming, and I'm sure there will be nice enhancements, and it's a good fit for the 3DS. And I love Dark Moon. I love what Next Level did with Dark Moon. That was such a great game. I would like to see some of the 2D Metroid games on the Switch. In fact, I'd like to see them all on the Nintendo Switch in a nice collection. Maybe
every game should be on the Switch.
Every game should be on the Switch.
Hang on, I'm just gonna check the
Okay. Frame rate's okay? Yeah?
Checking things.
Okay.
But it needs to replace the battery on the other camera soon.
Okay.
How much longer are you gonna play for?
Let's get past this level here, and then we'll...
This should be good.
Okay. Alright, let's take this guy out. Right in the back of the noggin. Been run over by a tank, and now you're gonna get shot in the head.
Nice ragdoll.
It's an incredibly violent
Is he
game
dead?
too, right? Yeah, he's gone. Yeah, he's gone.
What is with those pants that she's
They're
wearing?
just tight.
Why?
Comfort and flexibility. I don't know. Okay, so boom. I think it's an aesthetically pleasing design as opposed to one that's built for battle.
John Lopez, question: are you going to review Iron Fist Season 2?
Yes, I am. I haven't...
Don't do it, Vic.
No,
the
I'm
first season was
doing
terrible.
it. I'm doing it. I got a text from one of my buddies saying, "Oh my God, this is so brutal." But I
brutal
still,
in a good way?
No, I want to see it. Not brutal in a good way.
I still haven't even watched Luke Cage Season 2.
Oh, that was fantastic.
Yeah, I'm sure it's good. I watched the first episode, actually. It was
Yeah.
good, but I just haven't had the time.
No,
to
that
sit
was
down.
terrific.
There.
Yes, Curtis, you do it. I took that thing down by like that much, like 3 ticks. Doot. Okay, go over here and duck. Duck. Thank you. Okay. Boom. So it is. There is a little bit of action, but you guys get what's happening here. Is this Curtis? He's done, right? I wish I could zoom in a bit. Okay, Curtis can't do anything, and Sniper is done. But I have my tank. Let's go for. Do I have my tank? I don't like the cursor navigation. It feels. I think this is the better way to get to your unit.
Okay,
Than moving that cursor around. Okay. I don't think I'm gonna get behind that tank, but I'll still shoot. Half done. Perfect. Okay. So they're taking it easy on you in the beginning. So unit list square, let's go Raz. That's way easier to choose them that way. Okay. Competitive spirit, do it. Reckless charge. Can I get any of the other guys? Yes, I can. Oh, that's my guy.
Question:
We'll
Would you
take 20
ever
shots over that guy? Get that guy.
Question from Matthew Winstone. Would you
Okay.
ever expect some other kind of crossover title like Smash, but not as a fighting game, e.g., RTS title with Command and Conquer, StarCraft and AOE characters, a car racing game?
That's pretty interesting.
I guess Mario Kart kind of is already that.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like what Sega All-Stars Racing and Diddy Kong Racing kind of suggested is that you could do a multi-genre racing experience. That would be pretty rad for Nintendo to do something like that. But yeah, I think Smash opens up a whole bunch of different ways that you could explore these characters. And a real-time strategy type experience for League of Legends could be pretty cool. I think that would be very successful. Okay. Let's see if we shoot this thing from point blank. Doesn't really make that much of a difference, does it? Okay. And I'm just getting shot in the back. This guy, he could die. My scout.
What happens when your characters die?
I think you lose them. Who's that guy? Okay, Scott. Here we go, Scott. Out you go. What other multi-character genre? I feel like, I don't know, like a multi-sports thing could be really cool, you know? Like, they have tennis and they have all the Mario characters in there, but it'd be pretty rad to do a basketball game or, you know, like maybe it's basketball, football, sort of team-based, baseball, all in one thing, and it's all the Nintendo characters that you have, plus lots of guests. That could be really fun with lots of abilities and things. I would dig that. Or golf. Okay. But I guess they do the Mario golf game. Okay. I can't shoot anybody from here. I can't even see them. Okay, so screw that.
What's with the glowy lines up in the air? Is that just like showing you where the nearest enemies are?
Exactly. Okay, here we go. So the way that you could win this match is by taking over one of their bases or by killing everybody. So it's very turn-based strategy-like.
You do have a medic, though, Matthew Winstone is saying.
Right. I don't know if I have that with me right now, though. I think I didn't pull that out, that character out. Okay, so they're gonna take it. Oh, Jester's done.
Guess it ain't my lucky day.
He said, "Guess it's not my lucky day."
How do you say that? He was dead.
Guess it's not my lucky day.
So you revived them, right?
No, except in very few exceptional cases, incapacitated means that the soldier is dead and will disappear. So it's very much like Fire Emblem.
Yeah, so they're
gone.
permanently dead.
Yep.
Okay.
When a unit reaches an ally in critical condition, the medic will evacuate them, and then they can come back. Avoid losing soldiers by rescuing units in critical condition.
I gotta swap the battery on the camera.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna lose it just
Actually, you know what? I think that's probably a pretty good place to wrap it. That's pretty good. Because our camera would go down anyway. So, but that's gonna do it for our day today. Thank you everybody for watching. That's a little taste of Valkyria Chronicles 4. I'm definitely playing a little bit more of this. You'll hear some thoughts about this game next week.
Goodbye,
we're going to be back with new EP lives and new rundowns and stuff next week, so please come back for that. We'll also have a classic episode going up this weekend, and so watch your social networks and stuff, and make sure that you hit subscribe and that little bell so you can sort of be notified by everything that's out there. Watch our old classic stuff if you haven't. And we will see you on Monday with brand new content. Have yourselves a fantastic weekend and play forever.